Listening to Senator Smith's point of view there, I think as we do give it, this is a topic that I think for 49 years has been in one place. It's now come to another. And I think we got to be careful that we don't get too caustic in either point of view. Right now, the Supreme Court says it's back with the states. I've been a believer on this issue from the get-go. You do not demonize the folks you disagree with, and you make sure that in this case, when we have returned this to the people, we make the right decisions at the state level. I'm going to have the same question, and I'm going to start with Ms. Detzer. You were quoted on September 17th, 21 on Fox 13, Seattle News, that you have not looked back except in celebration and deep appreciation for your choice. And again, respect that. I'd like to ask you, though, when it comes to when your state grapples with it, at what age do you think gestationally it's no longer appropriate to have an abortion? Just a simple question, and I think that any of us, if we're out here talking about the issue, especially in states where it may go beyond where it's commonly accepted, I'd like to know your opinion.
Sorry, Senator, could you repeat your question, please?
You and some of the organizations you support support abortion, I believe, up until the moment of birth. And I'd like to give you the chance to clarify that, if you think that's still where it should be, or if there is an age beyond which you would not be comfortable with an abortion.
I am not a medical provider. I have no standing to make any statements about medical limits. What I am here to do is to share with you all my personal story of abortion access and to highlight how my mother's story of abortion access was so very different and how much changed in just one generation between us.
So putting a medical issue aside and assuming there was none, is there an age beyond which you would be uncomfortable with an abortion?
I'm sorry, are you asking me to consider an abortion not a medical procedure? Because I believe that it is health care.
Taking the inherent risks of an abortion aside, and if it's minimal, do you think there's an age beyond which you'd be uncomfortable with it?
I'm sorry, could you please repeat that question? I'm not sure how to separate health care from an abortion.
So you're making that point, and I'll let you rest on it. I'll go to Ms. Brandy with the same question.
Excuse me, Senator, are you asking me a question? Or are you asking
Same
Brandy
question I asked Ms. Detzer.
I apologize, I was confused. I'm Dr. Brandy, thank you. I think what you're trying to bring up is abortion care later in pregnancy. And I understand that people have very different opinions about what that looks like and how they feel comfortable regarding different gestational age limits. But I think talking about these hypothetical scenarios doesn't actually respect the pregnant people that I take care of every day that have varying circumstances. And as a physician, I think the most prudent thing is to listen to their stories, assess their own medical risks, depending on where they are in pregnancy, and help them decide what's best for them. I think bans based on a gestational age, whatever that gestational age is, just create barriers to care and don't actually improve the safety of care, which is what I care about most for my patients.
You know, being a doctor, I think you may have a better way to answer the question in the sense that I know there's medical risk in doing anything. At the point, you can't eliminate risk, but to where, say, there would be as little as you could determine at the time, do you still think it's appropriate for someone to choose an abortion up to the point of birth?
Senator, again, that hypothetical that I think is brought up quite a bit, actually is not what abortion care looks like on a day-to-day basis. Abortion care after 20 weeks is about 1% of pregnancy. And I think by focusing on that, you delegitimize and you disrespect a lot of the patients that are seeking this care for very legitimate and important reasons.
Ms. Swindell, would you like to weigh in?
Sure. I believe in what all the medical textbooks say. I'm not a medical professional, but life begins at the beginning. And there's an amazing spark that occurs when the sperm and the egg meet and a new embryo is formed. And I believe in respecting all stages of life and development. I think that's an important part of human rights and also women's health care. And so I believe in what the medical textbooks say. I believe in biology. I believe in science. And frankly, it's not rocket science. Life begins at the beginning. And abortions at any stage take the life of an innocent human being. And that is a grave human rights violation. I was born after 1973. I was born in 1976, aging myself here. And I was open prey in my mother's womb. My government decided that I had no constitutional rights or human rights or civil rights. And it's a new day and it's a new era, and preborn children, their humanity is being respected. And it's a great thing.
Thank you, and I respect all of your opinions and ask the question because of how difficult it is to answer and why this should be left with the states, with the people within the states to make that decision. When you look at
Senator Braun, your time.
Yes, and I'll finish up here in just a moment with that diversity of opinion. So thank you for your answers.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from BlazeTV with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here.